Hey y'all, coming to you from the headquarters of ScottieDTV, and I got Tim Palazzolo with Gap Racing out of Texas. Many of you remember the shop by Stampede at Detroit. Was that last year or the year before, Tim?
Year before last.
And you did, what, you got a grade 8 on that one?
We won the grade 8 with that one, yeah.
Yeah, and everybody loved the color, and I know it's got over 100,000 views on my channel. It was it's just an awesome car.
We appreciate the exposure, man. It was a big car for us, and it did a lot of stuff for us.
Tell me, I got big rumors you got something going to SEMA. What's that about?
So we've been kind of laying low. We've been building a '71 Camaro for a good buddy of mine. It's a ZR1 Corvette kind of inspired car. He had a ZR1 Corvette, and he kind of wanted to take that theme into the '71 Camaro, and we're going to unveil it. We teamed up with Thermotech and HRE Wheels and PPG and Paint House and Kicker Audio and quite a few people, and we're going to unveil the car at SEMA on Tuesday morning.
2016.
Yeah, SEMA is coming up 2016. Yes, sir.
Cool. Tell me, that's my favorite generation Camaro, so I'm excited to see it. Have you done any body mods? I mean, the ZR1 kind of tells me that you're putting the LS9 motor in it?
It's LS9 powered. It's got a built LS9 motor. It's got, custom cam, ported blower, Lingenfelter snout. It'll probably make close to 700 to the tire, 750. 6-speed transmission, full Detroit speed suspension car, Bear brakes. We went with 15-inch Bear brakes in the car. Tried to kind of give it that modern themed car. But as second gens are, they fit horribly. And the gaps were not really good on them. So we spent a lot of time refining the car and making it look like the perfect second gen that you don't normally see. So.
And that's the problem with these older cars is there's a lot of work that goes into getting them straight that nobody really ends up appreciating at the end of it.
We did all the metal work of it, and then paint. Randy Borchning and his crew at Paint House, they did the paint, the body work and the paint work on it, and it's incredible. It's far exceeded my expectations. I think the quality and the caliber of the build is a little higher than the Stampede project we did. We learned from that project, but it's also a driver. This car is built to be, good guys. We originally planned on unveiling it at Good Guys in Columbus. We got a little backed up, and we've kind of changed things on it and kind of, made it go a little farther than we had intended. But it's a much nicer car than we intended.
Like most builds, it's snowballed.
Absolutely.
So it's all finished underneath and all that now?
It's painted on the bottom. We did a bed liner on the bottom and did a black base on it with a semi-gloss clear on it. Easy to maintain. We blacked out all the exhaust. It's Black Widow exhaust helped us on this one. They sponsored the mufflers on the car, and we blacked all their exhaust system out. So the car is very detailed. A lot of gloss, semi-gloss, and matte black on the bottom of the car. Stainless. It's got a lot of ARP bolts everywhere. Everything's 12-point in the car. Like Stampede, I went crazy with button head bolts everywhere. Well, in this car, I went crazy with 12 points. So there's every visible nut, bolt, everything's a 12-point bolt.
Cool. Well, man, I'm excited to see it. And again, you say you'll be unveiling that Tuesday at
Tuesday morning at 11:30 a.m. In the Thermotech booth, which is 23313 or 23313. It's in Market Alley at the front, kind of under the front door.
That'll be in Central Hall.
Central Hall, yeah.
Cool. Well, that's not the only project Gap Racing out of Texas has got going on. Tell me what else you got going on.
We were trying last year to make the Riddler, and we had so many things going on with the Mustang and, business growing, and my dad retired last year, so I took over the company, and we grew, and, last year was crazy. I had a baby, and so many things happened, so, my guys buckled down and stayed busy, and so this year in Detroit, we plan on bringing 2 vehicles. 2? Yeah. We weren't crazy enough the first time. We're going to do 2. So.
They only give one Riddler award away, right? There's you can't win it twice.
Well, like we said, we teamed up with Paint House, and we've kind of gathered with Randy and the guys, and what we do now is we do the fabrication and the mechanical side of things, and they do the paint and body, and it allows us to speed up the process. My guys can fab one car while they're painting, and then we swap back, and I start doing mechanical. So, and we've teamed up with a good interior guy. We have a great guy we use for our upholstery. He's doing the interior in the Camaro, Jan Van Kooten at Stitch by Stitch up there in Cooksville, Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
And so he's done that for us. And then we're, the 2 Riddler cars. One of them we were trying to have last year, but as it snowballs, the project progressed. So we're going to bring that this year. And then it's a 68 Roadrunner, and we've got a 70 Cougar we're bringing also.
70 Cougar?
Yeah, Cougar convertible.
Wow, cool, dude. There's not a lot of those out there.
There's not, and that's the reason why the guy was so excited about the project. And we were very eager to take it on. I mean, you teaming up with paint house guys, their quality of paint is just incredible. So it allows us to kind of push the envelope a little farther.
And you always do good work.
I appreciate it.
At least what I've seen come out of there so far has been good work. I'm proud to represent.
We try. We've also got a car unveiling at the Holly LSFest. It's for a guy that we've been building for a little while. He was stationed overseas, works for the oil industry, and he's been in China and Saudi Arabia. So we've wrapped it up and we've got it ready. We've already dyno tuned it and got the paint ready, and it's ready to go. It's actually ready to go now. We're just kind of holding off on it. So
what is it?
It's a '68 Camaro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a black Pro Touring build. It's not like over the top build. It's a really nice car, just something cool to drive and something to play with. So
awesome, bro. Sounds like you all have been busy down there in Texas. Things are bigger in Texas, including the workload.
Yeah, that's big. So we've got on the books right now about 23 full builds that we plan on unveiling over the next, I don't know, however long it takes me to get them done. So,
dude, I'm gonna have you on Skype like once a week trying to keep up with all this.
Yeah, we're. If I stay on Skype all the time, I can't get them done. So
no. Well, we just need minutes at a time, but it is cool that we can update everybody out there and keep them aware of what's coming and when to expect to see it. And if people want to follow Gap Racing, tell me Facebook, Instagram. What do y'all got going on with that?
Gap Racing on Facebook and then Gap Racing TX on Instagram. I mean, we've got 19,000 followers on Instagram. We got a pretty big following. We try to post up a lot of stuff. The problem that when you're building 2 Riddler cars, you spend a lot of time on those and you can't really post that stuff up. But we try to post as many little sneak preview shots we can, the guys welding on stuff, just some neat little projects. So.
No, very cool. That's the thing I was explaining the other day in one of these is to people that don't understand, these shops aren't being rude and egotistical by not letting you see what they're building when it goes to Detroit, but that's got to be a true unveil.
And it is, and that's the rules. And we've also got another project that we are bringing to SEMA. We have a really great customer out of Indiana that we're building some vehicles for. We're building a 46 cabover tow truck, and we teamed up with Roadster Shop and did a complete independent front and rear, all billet cantilever suspension for this thing. EVOT Industries made us a real 3-piece dually wheel, 22 by 8.5s, Pirelli tires, 15-inch Bear brakes. PPE built us a really nice Duramax for it with their Stage 5 transmission. It's going to be pretty crazy.
Slam to the ground and all that?
Slam to the ground. So we'll have it at SEMA. We're going to have the rendering up. Chris Horton's working on that for us right now. But as far as the vehicle goes, it'll be a bare metal chassis with all the billet. And then the motor and chain will probably be painted to kind of give you a preview of what the accent color is going to be. But we want to show it off as under construction because, I mean, that's the art and that's the foundation of the project. A lot of people don't get to see that.
No, well, and the thing about it is, you're right. Once you put filler and paint on top of something, you can talk about all the cuts and slices and cuts you've made, and people really get to see. And if you do bare metal right when it's done, you really can't tell on the bare metal where the cuts have been made either. Right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, y'all do an amazing job at turning that weld into looking just like back to, the way that the rest of the car looks.
A lot of grinding, blending, and DAing, and it's a lot of work goes into it. People don't recognize that or understand it, but a lot of the other shops, a lot of the builders that I know, I mean, they do it too, and it's just something we appreciate. So. And
that's what I tell people. Anymore, it's not good enough to get them straight. Not good enough to make them shiny. Everybody's going to do that. You see what I'm saying? Everybody's going to show up and their gaps are going to line up. Everybody's going to show up and the paint's going to be smooth. Well, I mean, the award winners. There's going to be people that don't, but they're not going to be recognized. But at the end of the day, it's the creativity and how well you can pull it off. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a rendering is a suggestion. It's an idea. It's something to keep everybody going in the same direction. But I like to go back and see that rendering and see the real car and go, yeah, those are the same thing.
Well, and the cool thing about the tow truck we're doing, I mean, it's very over the top. I mean, we're fortunate enough that the guy has allowed us to do this with this thing, and it's I've never seen a cabover built this way, and he hasn't either, and he has a love for the cabovers, and we spent a lot of time with Roadster Shop trying to figure out steering geometry for the wheels we have, and EVOD building the wheels, and I mean, it's going to definitely be over the top. And that's what we're pretty excited about. It's pretty excited to show people what it looks like in the bare metal. So,
dude, I am so excited too because I mean, trucks are hot right now, but I'm a big fan of the cabovers too. And there's a few of them out there from Rented Fruit and Big Shed, and there's some really cool cabovers. I'm excited, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty neat, and it's we're having some custom fenders made because of the way the truck's gonna sit, how low it's gonna sit. We're gonna rebuild the front fenders and shape them ourselves to get them to clear the tire but still have the original look. And we're working with EVOT to actually CNC a front bumper for it and a rear bumper that kind of flows with what we want and match the rendering and stuff. So
Man, dude, you have got a lot to be excited about. Thanks.
And that's the cool thing about the cabover, and we can post it. We can show that one because that's not going to be a Detroit car. That's just going to be a good guy, something fun to play with, just to do it because we can.
Right, no doubt about it. Well, that's a lot of information to give people this morning. But real quickly, let's recap. You got Camaro coming to SEMA, going to debut at 71. 71, second generation, cool. Can't really see much of it, but if they go to Facebook, they can see bits and pieces.
There's some bits and pieces. We posted some of the raw metal stages. We posted some body. We've been real quiet with the color because everybody wanted to know about Stampede's color, and we kind of took that color and twisted it, and Randy did an incredible job, and the color will be available after SEMA. People can purchase it from him directly. So
I got you. So again, maybe I can talk you into sending me a few stills I can try to work into this video in black and white or a diffused angle, something. But if I can't, Facebook, and go to Facebook, you can see some stuff over there. You got two coming to Detroit 17.
Yep.
And what are they again?
70 Cougar and a 68 Roadrunner.
All right. You got an unveil coming to the LSFest in, what is that, August?
September, beginning of September, I think.
Okay. And you got a tow truck in bare metal that's coming to SEMA 16.
Correct.
Dude, how many people y'all got working down there?
I got 8.
Man, good deal.
I had 8 talented guys, so.
I am so excited. Anybody want to give a shout out to? Maybe some guys in the shop or something before we get out of here?
Tommy, he runs my shop. Shandy, Pat, Casey, Shane, Darren, David, all my guys are here. They're incredible. I mean, they're the reason why I'm able to do what I can do. And the customers trust us because those guys stay on top of what they do, and they don't have to do it one time.
Cool. Tim, I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you giving myself and my followers some time this morning to update us what Gap Race has got coming.
I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to tell everybody, man. We're excited about it, and look for the unveil at SEMA.
Are you going to be in Louisville?
No, I won't, man.
No
We've got
time.
too much stuff going on
No
here.
time. I got you. Well, I'm going to see you in SEMA, and I'm going to be part of that unveil, so we'll have coverage people follow.
I'll get a hold of you. We'll find you the trailer, give you a sneak peek of it before we bring it in, too. So,
dude, you are the man. Thanks so much. I appreciate you, like I said, giving me some time this morning.
all right, thanks for calling, man.